gamer.
The sports gaming genre has been in a monopolistic-driven design cycle for over 10 years. League licensing will always result in limiting the selection of titles for gamers. Licenses and the developers who carry them dictate our game mode's playstyle. A developer who decentralizes decision-making by granting more autonomy to gamers will change everything. Volta is a fictional global street league in the EA Sports FIFA series. It represents the blueprint for major studios to break the trend and create fictional leagues as the basis for our sports games. Street-inspired sports games and fictional teams can compete with the major sports titles by taking cues from Volta and other competitive gaming genres. First things first, sport is about freedom of movement, self-expression, culture, and community. The core tenets of sports share many traits with the philosophy of digital open source. Now, open source is a development model based on peer production. It follows that collectively, we are capable of leveraging community-generated works to sustain a genre of fictional sports gaming. In many ways, we already are. All we need is the right killer app to do so. Now second, reimagining the sports we love into Battle Royale-inspired games will allow non-licensed sports games to not only enter the marketplace, but thrive. Volta is a reimagined form of soccer gaming, and it offers a glimpse of what the sports genre can be in a fictional format. Real sport in and of itself is open source. EA Games doesn't have a monopoly on the sport of soccer, and 2K Games doesn't have an IP for every basketball playground. Further, there are no intellectual property rights on physics, locomotion, or competition. Sport in the purest sense is non-discriminate. Yet as gamers, we are playing with the shackles of a framework dominated by EA Sports, 2K Sports, and others who dictate which games we play and how we play them. We are paying publishers for access to in-game content. The willingness of gamers to pay for customization tools is being taken advantage of. Sports gaming excels with community-generated leagues, teams, and players. The modding community is capable, and gamers can sustain titles so long as the gameplay quality is premium grade and the create tools are on point. Offerings like Discord and GitHub thrive because of software limitations within our sports games. Games do not have enough creative tools to sustain sports games for more than a year or two. The limitations are tactful and intentional, and the reasoning is twofold: annual release cycles and licensing restrictions. The most passionate gamers move off-platform to collaborate on custom leagues. With a bold enough studio willing to trust and reward creators, we will eventually dispense with licenses. Now, some may argue non-licensed games don't have the track record of success. My rebuttal here is that the licenses have nothing to do with the enjoyment of alternative game modes that currently drive sales. Case in point, NBA 2K My Player. This open world platform within NBA 2K is a prime example of a community-driven sport. It's a universe of endless user-created players. No NBA license needed. Similar to My Player, Volta is simulation ball in a fantasy league. It represents what the game of soccer is on so many levels, yet remains fictional. It has a global appeal, fascinating court designs, and fun character building. The physics, locomotion, and animations perform well at high speeds, and developing it out further would make it a standalone title. And it's clear that the prospect of emulating Volta represents an entry point into sports for major studios. Another idea is that sport is prime for Battle Royale game modes. We love Battle Royale for its accessibility to the masses, intense competitions, and character customization. There's a power-shifting opportunity here for studios to develop 100-player competitions for many sports. It just takes some imagination. Creating sports competitions that allow millions of players to drop in and compete will also open up the genre to gamers from broader demographics. Capitalizing on the Battle Royale trend is not novel, yet the sports genre has been slow to adopt such an enjoyable, massive multiplayer game mode. Fortnite, which was developed by Epic Games, has reportedly had over 400 million gamers in its lifespan. In 2019 alone, Epic Games earned over $1.5 billion from the game. Of course, launching a non-licensed sports title is risky, but a fraction of the Battle Royale market share is enough to function as an assurance against the risks of entering the market. And when you look back and it's all said and done, EA Sports Volta may have very well created the idea of sports gaming that may end their dominance. Our dependence on sports league licensing is unnecessary when the gamers are the designers. AAA studios and indie studios alike, take note. The freedom that sport offers us on every playground in every city never sets limits on how we play, and neither should our games. For more feature stories like this and new videos every day, be sure to subscribe to Sports Gamers Online and hit that bell to be notified whenever a new video goes live. And as always, visit our website at sportsgamersonline.com.